Assalamualaikum. So in today's video I'm back with another reaction video and I'm gonna react to 10 biggest lies about Islam. So I guess Islam, it is something that a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about. Yeah, basically people think a lot of things that really is not Islam, and as a Muslim I have seen this many times and I know what is Islam, what is not Islam. So I see like people are a little bit fooled by things that they see on media and news and things like that, and it is portrayed like this is Islam, which is not. So I'm gonna watch this video and see what it will be said. I'm gonna just start this video right now.
We've heavily been exploring the religion of Islam here in FTD Facts, and over time we have found a collection of misconceptions and myths and some straight up lies about Islam. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at 10 of the biggest lies about the religion of Islam. Welcome back to FTD Facts, guys. My name is Leroy Kenton. We got a very interesting episode coming right up, so make sure you watch from 10 all the way down to 1 because I don't want you to miss any of the information that we're going to be sharing in this episode. The first lie is Muslims worship a moon god. So some non-Muslims mistakenly believe that Allah is an Arab god or a moon god or some type of idol. However, Allah is in the Arabic language a proper name for God, and Arabic speaking Christians also use the name Allah for God. Now, one of the main factors of this belief is because one of the first uses of the crescent moon came from the 2nd century BC, where it represented the ancient Mesopotamian moon god Nana. And now today the crescent moon is associated with Islam. So many non-Muslims say, well, look, you worship the moon god. There's even a moon in the symbol of your religion. Next up at number 9, most Muslims are Arabs. Okay, so Islam is often associated with Arab people. But did you know that Arabs make up only 15% of all Muslims? The country with the largest Muslim population is actually Indonesia, and large numbers of Muslims are also found in Asia, Africa, Europe, as well as other parts of the world. Muslims are encouraged to learn Arabic because they believe that the only language that you can really get the full extent of the Quran is in Arabic. Islam oppresses women. Practices like forced marriage, spousal abuse are actually things that contradict Islamic law, and most of the bad treatment towards women actually come from people's own evil natures and their own cultures and their beliefs, and it's completely separate from the faith of Islam itself. Muslims are extremists. Now this is a big one. Many Muslim leaders and scholars frequently speak out against all forms of extremism, and they offer different explanations and interpretations of Muslim teachings that have been twisted by others to promote extremism. Muslims believe the entire Quran taken as a complete text gives a message of hope as well as peace and faith and good virtues, and any form of extremism cannot be justified under proper interpretation of the Islamic faith. Oh boy! Islam is intolerant of other faiths. Muslims are constantly reminded that they are not the only ones who worship God. Specifically, Jews and Christians are called the people of the book in the Quran, meaning that those are people who also received previous revelations from God and are also can be seen as true worshippers of God. Also in Surah 2 verses 256 in the Quran, it says, there is no compulsion in religion. And this is interpreted to mean that you cannot force anyone to become a Muslim. You still gotta respect other people's beliefs. Halfway in at number 5, jihad means holy war. So jihad in Arabic does not mean holy war. It actually means to strive or to struggle or to persevere. And jihad can be something that's done personally, or it can also involve a community. So in effect, jihad really means to become closer to God. And this type of struggle, jihad, is to ensure that a peaceful and equitable community still continues to exist. Of course, self-defense is acceptable to protect yourself and your community from any sort of like dangers. However, any form of offensive aggression is prohibited in Islam. Alright, number 4, Islamic prayer doesn't really have any meaning. Most people now know that Muslims are to pray 5 times a day. Now in Islam, there are several benefits to prayer. The daily prayers help keep Muslims' minds on God, and it helps Muslims to remember the Quran because they recite passages of the Quran, as well as it's a time to go before God to express thanks, to ask for forgiveness, to look for guidance in your life. So there's a whole lot of meaning for Muslims when it comes to prayer. Alright, number 3. Jesus is completely irrelevant in Islam. That's actually not true. Jesus, however, is revered as a prophet and the Messiah in Islam. The Islamic faith believes that Jesus will return as a Messiah and defeat the Antichrist. This view is also very similar to the Christian view. The only difference is that Muslims don't view Jesus as the Son of God. He's just seen as a prophet when you compare it to the Christian faith. Alright guys, we got 2 more left. So the crescent moon is a universal symbol of Islam. It's actually, yeah, it's not. Okay, so the early Muslim community did not really have any sort of symbols or anything. Now the crescent moon, as well as the star symbol, they actually predate Islam by several thousands of years. And as a matter of fact, they weren't affiliated with Islam at all until the Ottoman Empire placed it on their flag. And over time, the symbol became more associated with Islam, but it's not actually their official symbol. That just doesn't exist. And the number 1 biggest lie, myth, misconception about Islam is that Muhammad is the founder of Islam and Muslims worship him. Muslims believe that Muhammad was God's final prophet and communicated God's final revelation to humanity. Muslims consider Adam, the first man created, to actually be the first Muslim because he was, of course, surrendered to the will of God, and that's what the term Muslim means, one who surrenders to the will of God. Muhammad is held in great esteem, but he's not to be worshipped because worship is only meant to be directed towards God, and it's completely forbidden to worship anyone or anything else. Muslims may, however, celebrate Muhammad's birthday, similar to the way that Americans celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you in this episode. This was your brief look at 10 misconceptions, myths, and lies about Islam. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below about anything that I mentioned in this episode, and also what other lies do you know about. It'll be interesting to see what you guys comment below. And don't forget guys, I take requests on FTD Facts, so if you have any suggestions for future videos, also put those below as well.
Alright, so I really like this video because it was very accurate actually. I really agreed with everything that he said, because this is like the biggest misconceptions and lies that people say about Islam. Something that I've heard a lot, but it is so ridiculous. As a Muslim, I know better, and I know it is not like that, like people make it seem like. And this video just showed it very clearly what Islam is about, and these misconceptions are just, it's just wrong. Like, it's not Islam at all, and like things that happen, like, it's not Islam. People do a lot of things, they have different cultures and everything. People are maybe Muslim, but doesn't mean it is said in Islam what other people do. You should not look at what people do. Also, what I want to say is that people are so different. There are so many different Muslims. If you want to learn about Islam, you learn about Islam. You don't look at Muslims, what they do and what they don't do, because they are just people. They don't make the religion. They are just people. They do what they want to do, and they do, like, they have their culture, they have their laws, they have a lot of things, and that has nothing to do with Islam. I really enjoyed this video. It was just so much that I can talk about. Like this moon god, this is actually something I've heard the least about. I've not heard about this moon god. I've not heard about it, but Allah just means God basically, and there's only one God for us, and that's it. We don't worship moon god. We don't worship Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He's only a prophet, just like Jesus, peace be upon him, is also a prophet for us, and we love and respect all our prophets. Other things, like we have to be against Jews and Christians, which is wrong. It is said in Quran actually that we should be kind to everyone, respect all religions, and that is something that Islam teach us to do, is to respect everyone and all religions. And yeah, like it is not said anything bad about that we should do something bad, and we should not kill, and we should not do things like that. And it is wrong in Islam, just like you saw in this video. It is wrong only if it's in self-defense. Obviously, self-defense, it's fine. Obviously you have to defend yourself, but killing innocent people, no matter which religion it is, it's wrong. So yeah, basically I really agree with this video, and I felt like I needed to make a video about this because there are so many misconceptions about Islam. But I feel like people who know someone who is a Muslim, I think that people start to understand more what that person, how that person is. They are really nothing bad. It's just like I said, like people have different cultures that have nothing to do with Islam, and I feel like people mix all these things and just put it all on Islam. And I just feel it's wrong. It's wrong to blame everything on Islam, because Islam does not teach those things, and we Muslim, we know better, because obviously most Muslims do not kill, do not, are not bad to Jews, are not bad to Christians. We are just normal people who we just worship God, and that's all. And praying and things like that, it is just important to us. But obviously also we are all different. It is just a personal thing, and it is just between us and God, and that's all I want to say. I think I'm gonna make more videos reacting to this channel. This channel name is, let's see, FTD Facts. I think it's talk a lot about Islam, and it's also talk about other religions. So I think I'm gonna make more reaction videos from this channel. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and also remember to like this video, and also remember to subscribe for more videos. And then I hope to see you all in my next video, inshallah. Salam alaikum.